viewers, and welcome to Advanced Tutorial Class Mathematics. If you are new to the YouTube channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get content of this nature whenever we drop them. So today I have a question on the board which says is on trigonometry, and it says solve 2 cos square x minus 7 cos x plus 3. We are asked to look for the value of x in this given problem. Now, for us to solve this problem, we need to, make this equation look like what? A quadratic equation. And how do I do that? What I will simply do is to substitute the value p. I take p, you can use any letter you want. I take p, substitute the value p in place of cos x. So anywhere you find cos x in this equation, you use the value p. So let's do that as quickly as possible. So this is going to be substitute cos x to be p. So this is going to be 2p all square minus 7. Now this is cos x, so this is going to be p plus 3 equals to 0. Okay, so this is cos square x, and I have cos x to be equals to p, so definitely this is going to be what? P square. Then I have my what? P here, which is cos x equals to p. So I have a quadratic equation. Now I will solve this quadratic equation now. Now if you look at this quadratic equation, there are no two numbers that once you add or multiply them you are going to get minus 7 or 6. Okay, so what I will simply do is to split this middle term, minus 7. And how do I do that? I'll say 2p squared minus 6p minus 1p plus 3 equal to 0. Because minus 6p minus 1p gives me what? Minus 7p. Okay, so from here I can then what? Factorize. Okay, now if you look at 2p squared and minus 6p, if you look at it very well, you will discover that what is common to both is 2p. So I'm going to bring 2p out. From here, this is going to be 2p open bracket p, because 2p times p gives me 2p squared minus 3, because 2p times minus 3 gives me minus 6p. Okay, then minus, now look at minus 1p and 3. If you look at it very well, you discover that minus 1 is common. So I'll bring out minus 1 into p minus what? 3. Because minus 1 times p gives me minus 1p, and minus 1 times 3 gives me what? Plus 3. Okay, minus 1 times minus 3 rather gives me what? Plus 3. So from here, if you are solving a quadratic equation, for you to know if you are correct, the values in the two brackets must be the same. So therefore we are arriving at our answer just quickly. So therefore I'm going to pick one of the values from here, and I'm going to be going to the next side of the board. So it's going to be this. It's going to be 2p minus 1 or p minus 3. P minus 3 or equal to 0. Remember, it's equated to what? 0. It's equated to 0. So from here, I will then say 2p minus 1 equal to 0 or p minus 3 equal to 0. So from the first one, it's going to be 2p minus 1, or rather 2p equals to 0 plus 1, because when minus 1 goes to the other side, you're going to have plus 1. So this is 2p equals to 1. If I divide both sides by 2, I have it that for the first equation, p is equals to 1 over 2, which is half. Then for the next one, p is going to be equals to 0 plus 3, because once 3 goes over to the other side, it's going to be what? Plus. So this is p equals to 3. So I have my two values to be p equals to 3 or p equals to 1 over 2. Now recall that we're mandated to look for the value of x, not p. So therefore I will still use my equation here. So this is cos x equals to p. So recall that cos x is equal to p. We're asked to look for the value of x, not p. Okay, so cos x equals to p. Now to look for the value of x, remember we got two values of p. One is what? P equals to 3, while the other is what? P equals to 1 over 2. That's half, right? So when I put it here, I'm going to have it that cos x for the first one is equals to 3, and cos x for the second one is equals to 1 over 2. Now, if I'm to work with these two values, I will work with the second one. To get x in the second part of this question is, for the second part of this equation, is going to be x equals to cos inverse of 1 over 2. Okay, now I have cos x to be 1 over 2. So to get x, I need to take the what? Cos inverse, the cosine inverse of 1 over 2. And the cosine inverse of 1 over 2 gives it that x is equals to 60 degree. 60 degree. Now, if you look at the first one, cos x is equals to 3, you cannot take the cosine inverse of 3. So because this is a question of having an answer which has a range of value from 0 to 360 degree, we can then conclude that the value for x in this given problem is 60 degree. So if you put 60 degree here and you check the problem, you are going to have your answer to be equals to 0, which proves and concludes that x is equal to 60 degree. Thank you for watching and have a nice time. Please, if you've not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe as it helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Bye for now. Bye bye.